Let's talk slides. All right. Sponsored by Slots Butter. I better turn on my light. Try that again. Sponsored by Slots Butter. They say, excuse me, only assholes pick on homeless people. Slots Butter. All right. I'm going to talk about Sally1. Which one of these cars looks different? Sally1. In lane 1. Viper's in lane 2. Fool. So Sally1 is almost complete. See, I plan on doing a Sally1, a Sally2, and a Sally3. So Sally1 is almost complete, boys and girls. Yes, sweet. Sally1 has got his balanced 6-ohm armature, upgraded magnets, Pro 8 package from Hardin Creek and Viper, double pickup shoes, springs from Wizards, long pin from Wizards, stock Tyco shoes. These shoes are kick-ass. You don't need no better. You don't need no Wizard ski shoes. So that's what we're looking at. Del Ring front hub from Hardin Creek, and Viper's got them. Made for a Tyco, so they're bigger to keep it off. Keep it from dragging on the track. Let's see if you see that. Gotta have some clearance for your pin, so it's not riding the rail. You know, and there's like a little bit clearance there. Great size. You know, got my talk about them all the time. My 265 Del Ring hubs made for my super tires from Super Guy. 452s made for a Tyco. Badass rubber sticking out. So what I did, one thing, oh man, I'm excited about some of the next videos. Probably wondering what this brass bushing shit is sitting here. Yeah, I got a program going. But anywho, one of my liked videos on my channel, there's a guy that does hypo. That's his name or whatever. He's only got like 6 videos out. But he did hypo on a narrow pan Tyco 440, and he did it on a wide pan. And I talked about how he drilled out too much of the bulkhead. Maybe it's in one of my other videos I haven't released. I got 2 videos I haven't released yet. Kind of waiting, because I say some things about some manufacturers in it. And so I'm waiting on those, because I want to order some more parts before I tell them they're an asshole. So, yeah, I got issues with distributors. One of the big 3, Wizards, and some other ones. I can't think of them offhand. But, anywho, he also did in that video, he put a roller bearing up front. I didn't like it because he had to drill out the bulkhead. So I found these called U18s from JK Racing Products. I think it's JK. I'll let you know in the description. But one thing he did do that I liked, he sanded the bottom, all right, to make it more flush. Like here's what a stock bottom looks like. I guess he did that. He said that some tracks will catch the bulkheads. And, you know, I'm a professional, so you see my little track setup. But I thought that was a cool idea. To, you know, make these flush and stuff. So I sanded these out. So you can see the difference. Yeah, there's like a little bit here. I might sand, right now my sanded out, they're really not flush with the magnets. There's still a little lip there of plastic. So I'm debating if I should sand it out more to make it totally flush or not. And I don't think that's going to mess with the integrity of the chassis as far as flex goes, because these are going a different direction. They're stabilizing no matter how thin these pieces are from me sanding. But yeah, you take out, you know, the imperfections like this bubble looking thing here, you know, like here in the mold. You know, you get rid of all that crap and you just make everything nice and flat looking. It kind of dulls it out. That's kind of a cool look. I did the top of my bulkhead too. I say do the bottom. I think that's cool to do. I went a step further and I did the top of my bulkhead. See the difference? Like here you see this mold piece. You see this line in the mold. Here you got a little chunk where they took plastic out, bulkhead out the mold. Me, I sanded it flush. Yeah. And it's still above the magnets. As you can see, I didn't scratch the magnets at all. But that's something that I don't really think is necessary. The bottom, I think, is not necessary, but I think it just looks cooler, man, being all flush. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. I'm digging this. But I didn't like the way he installed bulkheads on the Tycos. He did the roller bearing out back, you know, and the roller bearing out front. You know, the roller bearing out back, you know, that's cool. You know, it's good for high temp applications. You know, I think brass, man, is fine. You know, you just got to make sure your car doesn't run too hot. You don't need the roller bearing crap. But he did roller bearing front and back, but he had to drill out this bulkhead and super glue it, which was a bunch of bull crap. I would never do that. But anyway, from JK Racing, I put in some of these. I found out that this edge here is too thick. Because what I have it in here, I installed them perfectly, man. If you look at the drive shaft, it's going right to the center of this back axle. I did a good job on getting these in. I'll tell you how I did it. I'm kind of proud of myself. I did a kick-ass job. You know, instead of buying, you know, like Lucky Bob's bulkheads or people that install them for you, you got to pay, you know, $10 for 2 of them, and this bushing cost me 30 cents. I did it myself. I had to experiment a little bit, you know, make some mistakes, but I got it, you know, I got it down to a science now. I'll kick ass on it, man. But basically, this commutator, I like to call them communicators, because assholes in the slot car industry don't know how to communicate to each other. Alright? So, this commutator on the end is supposed to have a rubber piece or plastic so that it doesn't touch your brass bushing or whatever you install. If it's metal, or you'll burn out your armature, which I've done before because I didn't know I needed that. But now I know. So basically this is what it looks like stock. I got one of these front and back. Alright, that's what it looks like. Let me put it up here, see if you can see a little better. So that's what it looks like installed. And this is what it looks like uninstalled. So anyway, what I found out is I need more space here. Alright. I kind of want to space shimmy up my motor more to the front, because this Tyco is off balance. I had a mark on here somewhere. Maybe it was on what rubbed off. I measured it, and the point of balance was here, whereas the center of it was here. No, the center was here. One or the other. I think the center was, I got it written down on a piece of paper. I'll talk about that some other time. But it was off. So the center of gravity was off, front to back. You know? I mean, balance is something different than the center of gravity I always talk about. So if you really want true center of gravity, your balance has got to be on 2. You know? So your car can't be top heavy. It's like this is set up, the way this Tyco's set up, there's more weight in the back. So I kind of want to push my motor forward more, so I want to shimmy in the back. Plus, the commutators, man, you know, where they make contact, the brushes make contact with the commutator. I mean, if I push it motor to the back, I'm like right on the end of my commutator with my brushes, man. So, you know, if I push my motor forward more, I can get more balance. And my center of gravity will be more on. But anyway, I had to sand this piece down because it's too thick. Because I want to get, right now I got a plastic bushing in here. Alright, so I don't, you know, short out my motor. But it's only like 10 thousandths thick, and I think that's going to wear out. You know, because, you know, I drive like a bat out of hell now. So I kind of want more plastic there. So what I did is I took this thing here and put it on a toothpick. Like this. Alright? And then I took a razor knife and cut off the toothpick excess. And I sanded it on a flat surface on like 120 sandpaper. And then I went to like a, I don't know, 180, something super fine, you know, 300. I can't remember. But I got it down in thickness. Like this is 30 thousandths. This here, this spacer is 30 thousandths. I got it down to less than that. No, this spacer is 15 thousandths. I'm sorry, I was wrong. This thing here, stock, to me that looks like 30 thousandths. Alright? It's double what this is, for sure. So this is 15 thousandths. Damn hair, I got a hair there. Alright, so it's less than that. What I sanded down is less than that. So that's good. This is 10 thousandths. So what I sanded down, let me see if you can see that. I'm kind of shooting on from the hip here. It kind of looks a little thicker than the 10 thousandths. I would call it 10 thousandths. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this out. This JK thing. Excuse me. Sorry about that. They call this a wheel axle collar. Alright. From JK Products. You buy them off their store as JK Racing. They're on Google. But I want to change it out. It's hard to see. This is for my commutator, not my oil one. But if you look, it's thinner than the one I have installed on my bulkhead. So I'm going to change it out. So, and then Sally1 to be done. You know, 6 ohm, balanced armature. Everything is up to par. Now the only thing I'll do in Sally2 is go to a higher ohm armature. And then in Sally3, I'll have even a higher or lower ohm armature. So this is 6, maybe Sally2 will be a 3.5 or a 3, and then Sally3 would be like a 2.5. And I'm going to do the same thing with my Vipes. So that's kind of where we're at. I got to change out. My body's working nice after repair. Comes out nice. Even though I'm prying on the broken side. Nice. Got a nice clip. Clips out. No problems, man. Sally1 is hooked up in the 57 with the blower. Looking good. The Vipe, man, this is done. This is my first Viper. I'm going to get some more Vipers and build them up. So on the Vipe, we got a balanced 6 ohm. We got the Pro 10 traction motor magnets package. I took the paint off like I said before. Did the inside. So we're good to go, man. I got the Wizard long pin. Stock Vipers, Del Ring hubs. These aren't stock Vipers, man. I love my fatties, man. So I changed this out to my 265 Del Ring hubs with my 452 Tyco tires to make that shit look fat. So that's what we're looking at. And let's put it on my badass Camaro custom for Viper. Put it on here. I like this Camaro, man. It's wide. Look how wide it is. You know. I mean, it's as wide as this Chevy. Wider. Look. Here's the edge of the Chevy. The Camaro's actually a little wider. I'm digging this Camaro, man. Got it on my low clip. So put it on my racing body. So I guess there's only one thing to do. So yeah, tomorrow I'll have this installed. I got some spare bulkheads. I'll just pop this out, throw this bulkhead in the trash. Yeah, actually I can just pop that out and put this one in and save the bulkhead. Because the hole, man, I really kicked ass on my drilling on these holes, man, on these bulkheads, man. I mean, they're like perfect. You know, I mean, I'm really proud of myself. I'll teach you guys how to do that, boys and girls. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here and we're going to do a sound check. Let's see if I can turn this so you can see. Let me look. Yeah, as you can see. Alright. Let's do a sound check. This is on Sally1. We're at 15.7. Oh, 16.0 volts. That's Sally1. And we got the Vibe balance. This is I burnt up my end bell experimenting and doing Frankenstein shit. So I got new end bell. This is called Performance Silk with a Pro 10 package and balanced armature. 6 volt, 6 ohm. Oh, man, it's sticking good. It's not making contact right. I wonder if my body's on right. It's on. Shoes ain't getting enough pressure. So that's why I'm Vibe. They sound louder when their body's on. So let's go up to 18. 18.0. That's why I like this digital, man. I don't know if you can see it. Let me look, see if you can see it. Here, you can see it. Love the digital. I got this off Amazon, 30 bucks. It came with connectors and stuff. So here's my connector. I super glued it in and put like, big wad of the wire in there, and I stuck it in super glue and shit, man. And it ain't going nowhere. Then I super glued along here to make sure it wouldn't come apart. Like flare or whatever, the wire itself. So we'll kick at 18, see what we got. Pipe. Sounding good, man. Put on Sally1. So yeah, I don't know why the Vibe is sounding different. Yeah, it sounds killer, man. 18 volts. Sally1. All right. Build, drive, crash. Slots out.